Namaste. It's the start of a new month and a new theme. And the theme for this month is inspired by a book called Awakening Shakti by Kempton. This beautiful, wise yogini who recently passed gave us so much that can support us in our lives. I would recommend you buy that book if you want to read up about the different goddesses and find out a little bit more about what Shakti is. It's a great read. But Awakening Shakti, what is it? A Shakti is this creative expression. It's the creative energy that pulses out of the ground of being. It's what creates all of life, this beautiful ground of awareness, the absolute, Shiva. And from there, the pulse, the dance of life that thrusts through is that Shakti energy. Now, the Shakti energy flows within each one of us. It's the spark that gives us insight and inspiration. It leads us to, as human beings, to create great, incredible works of art, music. Everything that we create comes from the spark of creative impulse, from the Shakti, the drive of creativity inside. Now, sometimes we might feel that we don't have any creativity, but every thought you have is creative. Everything you do is creative, from the way you move, to the way you breathe, to the way you think. So start to realize that you are a creative being. We all are. And so today's session, we're going to do a little bit of movement, and then we're going to come down and do some journaling. And I picked up a card for the day, and it's just perfect. It's from a deck by Campbell called Work Your Light. Really good, actually. And the card for today is simply yes. 3 women dancing, connecting to the source of life and dancing, celebrating. We want to celebrate ourselves. August is a perfect month for that celebration, celebrating who you are, what you've achieved, what your dreams are, just celebrating every part of you. So you're pulsing and dancing, celebrating yourself. Say yes to yourself. So right now, just say yes. Open your arms and say yes to me, and give yourself a big hug. Yes to me. Really acknowledge yourself, honor yourself, hold yourself and think, yes. Be open to that creative spark of Shakti. So before we get down to some creative writing, and I'd like you to have a journal and maybe some colored pens floating around, that would be great. Let's do some movement just to lift the energy. So coming onto your mat, to be honest, you don't need a mat really, but we're just going to move a little bit. We'll start with some little swings, so waking up the energy, keeping the arms nice and relaxed, allow them to tap your tummy and your back. This wakens up any sluggish energy, starts to shift the sluggishness. Sometimes that creative spark is hidden by the distractions, the sluggishness, the lethargy. And so our yoga can help shift and move that we're more open to receive this intuitive insight that rises all the time. And then you can start to slow that down. And from here, we'll just swinging the arms up and down, bending and bending, so a little bit of bouncing. Maybe adding in a breath, inhale, exhale. One more. And back, turn the toes out, a little wider, arms back, a little bit of chopping. Thinking about chopping through all that stagnant energy to create the space for Shakti to flow. 3, 2, and 1. Now stretch it out. Turn your feet to the right, coming into a warrior. We'll do some nice big circles and pulses. One more. Swap round. Beautiful movements. Feel yourself connecting to that creative energy inside. One more. Swap around. This time, turn to face that way. So adjust the back foot, and we'll move the arms a different route, all the way back and all the way forwards. And we're clearing the stagnant energy with sound. Then circle around the other way. Adjust the back foot, same thing, clearing with sound. Breathing in, out. Circle back to the middle. Feet line up at the edges of the mat. Roll the shoulders, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulders back. Big breath in. Now fold down the middle as you exhale. Just let your shoulders roll a little. Nod your head. Hanging down. Feel the firmness of the feet. And then rising up on inhale. Step those legs together and give yourself a nice shake. Shaking is a great way to release that sluggish, stagnant energy. Try and get wobbly with it. Let the whole body go. Feel yourself spinning with life. And then reach the arms wide and say yes. Hug yourself in, yes to me, and wide, yes. Yes to me, and last time wide, feel a sense of celebration, celebrating your life. Bring your hands together, bring that celebration down into the heart. And then let's come to do some journaling. So with this journaling, I'll give you some thoughts and you can write something down. And then what we'll do is change it up slightly and I'll get you to draw something. So don't switch off the video and think, oh God, no, I'm leaving. Stay with it. Get yourself a piece of paper. And on there, I'd like you to think about all that you can celebrate about your life. So cast your mind back and think about all the things you can celebrate, what you've achieved, what you've overcome, what you've learned about your life. Think about your positive traits. Think about the things that you love about yourself and write all of these down. Now, what I've noticed in my classes is people find it quite difficult to talk about the things that are their greatest strengths. But I really want you to try your best to be creative with this. What have I achieved? Ask yourself. What have I overcome? What do I love about me? So these are your questions. Write them down, and then I'll give you a few minutes to write. So celebrate yourself. What have I achieved? What have I overcome? What do I love about myself? And as you journal now, I'll put on a lovely song, if my bows are still connected, which is called Bountiful, Blissful, Beautiful. And this is what we all are, bountiful, blissful, beautiful. And that is the energy of Shakti. It's bountiful, it's blissful, it's beautiful. So feel into that. Hopefully you can hear that. So for about 4 minutes, I'll leave you to write those 3 questions and to journal. If you're not used to journaling, give it a go.
You're bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful I am. am bountiful, blissful and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful and beautiful I am. Bountiful, blissful and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful and beautiful I am. I am bountiful, blissful. I am bountiful, blissful. I am bountiful, blissful. I am bountiful, blissful. Bountiful, blissful.
You've completed a little bit of that writing. What I really like to do when I do journaling is I try not to be too linear. So I've just written in a very linear fashion. So what I'd like you to try and do, it's so fun because it really starts to bring out that creative energy that you have, is have a look at what you've written. Get another piece of paper and begin to draw, whether it's swirls or circles or imagery, how all of this makes you feel. So if you were to draw how it feels to celebrate your life, what would that be? So just draw now. Get yourself some colored pens, pencils. If you've only got your black pen, it doesn't matter. But try and draw how it feels to celebrate. And maybe it feels a little awkward. So if I'm feeling awkward about celebrating myself, I might start with a bit of a squiggle, like, oh, it just feels a bit like rough. And then I might start to bring it into something more flowing. So your drawing could be literally just shapes. It doesn't have to be something beautiful and fantastic, although my shapes are beautiful, I think. So now another couple of minutes with this drawing kind of experience. So draw how it feels to tap into Shakti, creative energy. Another couple of minutes doing that.
We are bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. We are bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful, and beautiful. We are bountiful, blissful and beautiful. Bountiful, blissful and beautiful we are.
So as you can see, I'm definitely not the greatest artist, but I love my funny little drawings. This is me with butterfly wings, feeling like I'm able to fly when I celebrate myself. Try and do a little bit more of that kind of creative expression. Now, to finish off our session today, we're going to carry on with this beautiful song. And I'd like you to try and move how you feel. So you've written how you feel to celebrate yourself, what you've won, what you've achieved, what you've done, what you've overcome. You've drawn how it makes you feel, and now I want you to move how it makes you feel. So we're just going to move around, expressing how we feel through the body. Allow your body to express that pulse, creative energy, as I feel. Say yes to yourself. Yes to love. Yes to Shakti. Continue to work in this way. It just is so imparting, warming, connecting you to and creative spark. Just touch your body. Give deep thanks to yourself, remembering this precious gift that you are. And every day wake up and think of life as a celebration of you, and how are you going to celebrate that? So I invite you to journal more, to draw more, to dance more, to feel more. And I send you so much. Love.